everybody, and welcome to Shauna Spillin, the Presley Tea. I do have some tea for you guys. Yes, I do. Remember the Graceland fraud story? I told you I'd keep you informed. Well, the woman who helped save Graceland from possible foreclosure speaks out, and she spoke out to the news, guys. She sure did. The lady that helped saved Graceland. So I'm going to tell you the story. This is from ABC 7. All right. Kimberly Philbrick is sharing her side of the Graceland saga story for the first time. At the 11th hour on a Tuesday in May, Memphis, Tennessee, judge put a halt to the process that could have seen the famous estate of Elvis Presley auctioned off to the highest bidder. The whole episode was surreal and appeared to mark a sad postscript to the death of Lisa Marie Presley, the only child of the King of Rock and Roll, who died 16 months earlier. Graceland is part of this community, well loved by this community and indeed around the world. Shelby County Councilor Joe Doe Jenkins said in court, the loss of the real estate would be considered irreparable harm. The judge issued the order after a notary public from Central Florida swore that she had never seen the loan documents that she had been alleged to have notarized and had purportedly had it signed by Lisa Marie in her presence. The notary, Kimberly Philbrick, said she could have never imagined what the following days and weeks might have looked like after her name became intertwined with Elvis' legacy and his famous home, Graceland. Where did they get my name? That's $1 million question, Philbrick told ABC News in her first comment since the Graceland auction story broke. I don't know where they got it. I wish I knew where they got it because then I could tell you, look, I'm a victim in this. You did this to me too. Philbrick broke her silence last week in an interview with GMA3 anchor Eva Pilgrim. My life was uprooted, Philbrick said. My identity was stolen too. That's what a lot of people seem to forget. A former car dealership employee who had also worked in the county office responsible for registering auto ownership papers, Philbrick wound up in the spotlight when a business entity calling itself Nosany Investments and Private Lending attempted to foreclose on Graceland. Nosany Investments claimed that Lisa Marie took out $3.8 million before her death and agreed to use the Memphis landmark and tourist attraction as collateral, according to court documents. On the record submitted to the court, Nosany Investments claimed that Philbrick notarized an promissory note and deed of the trust, giving the deal at least the appearance of legitimacy. I know for a fact I did not notarize anything for her, Philbrick said of the late Lisa Marie. I would have remembered it. The notarization, according to Nosany investment records in the court filing, took place in Jacksonville, Florida, 90 miles from where Philbrick works as a Daytona Beach drugstore manager. The only time I've actually been to Jacksonville, I think, is when I passed through it, Philbrick said. I have no reason to go there. The files included what was to have been Philbrick's official notary stamp and signature. It looks absolutely nothing like my signature, Philbrick explained. It's like they didn't even attempt to make it look good, she added. Everything was fraudulent. Everything was fabricated. In May, Nosany Investments sent legal notices to a Memphis newspaper stating that it intended to sell Graceland at the front of Shelby County Courthouse in downtown Memphis on May 23rd, the highest and best bidder for cash. Actress Riley Keough, one of Lisa Marie Presley's daughters, rushed to stop the auction, sending lawyers to court and putting investigators on the case. That was when Philbrick said she found out that her name was tied to this and to Lisa Marie Presley. Did you know Lisa Marie Presley? The reporter asked. Philbrick said of the investigator who appeared at her workplace one evening, "I thought it was funny. I've never met Lisa Marie Presley." She quickly realized that it wasn't a joke. Philbrick signed an affidavit swearing that she never met Lisa Marie Presley and did not notarize anything for her. Keough's legal team submitted the declaration to Shelby County Chancery Court as part of the motion for her injunction. On May 22nd, Jenkins, the judge assigned to the case, issued an order putting the auction on pause during an 8-minute hearing. He could not have been clearer in pointing to the Philbrick statement as the key to his decision to measure a temporary injunction. The affidavit filed by Kimberly Philbrick raises serious questions regarding the authenticity of the signature on the deed of trust, Jenkins said. Philbrick was not in court that day. In fact, she said she rarely leaves the Daytona Beach, Florida area except for the occasional trip to Las Vegas. She figured that the situation that was involved with Graceland was now behind her. But soon, Philbrick's phone was ringing off the hook, she said, with some of the callers being Elvis Presley fans who were angered by Graceland possibly coming close to being on the auction block. Philbrick said even her denial didn't satisfy the callers, and some people figured she must have been involved in the whole thing. "It was my 15 minutes of hell," Philbrick said. Some friends and family contacted her to tell her she was famous. "I still live in Holly Hill, not Hollywood," Philbrick said, referring to the name of her Daytona Beach area community. Being famous comes with money, right? In June, Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti announced that the probe into Nosany investments and the attempted sale of Graceland was being turned over to federal authorities. The grand jury is now investigating the matter, looking to see whether wire or mail fraud might have been committed. Philbrick said she plans to testify at the grand jury on Tuesday after being served with a subpoena by the U.S. Postal Inspection Service. While in Memphis, she said she plans to visit Graceland because she never has been there, and the city's famous estate in Whitehaven, in the Whitehaven section. Lisa Marie is buried near her late father. "I still have to pay $82 to get in, but I saved Graceland," Philbrick said. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Memphis declined to comment about the investigation. Nosany Investments, which listed its address as a post office in Jacksonville and rural Missouri, had working email addresses in May, but messages sent to these accounts bounced back as of Thursday. The entity originally told the court in filings that their claim to Graceland was legitimate and they would submit additional documents to back that up. No such documents have been received by the court. Philbrick said that despite all she has learned about Graceland over the last 3 months, she still has no idea how someone found her name, knew she was a notary, and claimed she was a notary associated with this mystery. "This could have been anybody," Philbrick said. "Why me?" Well, guys, you do know that the lady that's supposedly behind the Nosany investments and all this was a woman out of Missouri called Lisa Holden. So we're still waiting for this grand jury to hurry up so we can finally see what this Lisa Holden has to say, because right now that lady's not saying nothing. But it's nice to know that this lady notary in Daytona Beach, Florida, helped save Graceland from foreclosure because she wrote in an affidavit that she never knew Lisa Marie, that she was not even there, that she doesn't know how she got mixed up in all this. So let's hope all this stuff comes out soon, guys, because it keeps getting better and better and better and crazier. So, yeah, the only thing I have to say about this is, do you guys really think it's some lady out of Missouri named Lisa Holden behind all of this? Or do you guys think that it could be something else? And she's like the patsy. You know, she's the fall girl. I mean, I don't know, guys. Tell me in the comment section below what you guys think. I just think that I need to wait for the trial, the stuff to come out for me to understand what's really going on here, because you know what? Smoke and mirrors, guys. Smoke and mirrors. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go. That's the dish for this evening. Just know this, guys. I am covering Elvis Week. I've got a few stories for you lined up this week, and I'll be trying to post a video a day for you guys. All right? I love you guys. Just know that. You could have went to any Elvis channel, but you didn't. You came to mine, and for that, you know I love you. But anyways, guys, I've got a split. I just wanted to tell you guys I will be covering more of this as it develops, and other things as well. Okay, guys? TCBTLC. God bless you all, and you know what? I'll see you on the other side. Bye, everybody. Be safe out there. You never know who could fraud you.